everyone, welcome back to another video, and thank you for joining me for the next part of the healer role quest. So we're back here in Alamigo about to take on the level 89 quest, Trail of Skulls. The blasphemy hunter may seem calm and collected from a distance, but you suspect something is amiss. Something terrible has happened! It's Fordola! She escaped! Wow, you go, girl! She was accompanying us squandering out on a training exercise. One moment she was there, and the next she was gone. I didn't think much of it at the time, but she's been acting strangely ever since she went to meet that mother and child. You know, the ones who wanted to thank her for saving the girl's life. When I told Commander Ul'dah about it, he went charging on to Ul'dah to ask them if they had any idea where Fordola might be. I thought about going after him, but when I heard you were headed this way, I reckon it'd be better to send you in my stead. Godspeed, Claire. Okay, I have a feeling that she wouldn't have run off without good reason. Because she's been content to just kind of, sit back, do whatever she's told. So, something must have happened that really pushed her over the edge. Oh, there they are. Have we done something wrong? I know you. You're friends with the brave lady, aren't you? Gods be good. What is she thinking? Claire, wasn't expecting to see you here. You've heard about what happened then. Just as Fordola was beginning to earn our trust, she's given us the slip. As you may know, she wears a choker that is designed to do exactly that if its enchantment is triggered. It's supposed to prevent her from escaping. If I were to give the order, she would be dead within moments. And she knows that. She took the risk anyway, so I have to believe she had a good reason. That's what we're looking into now. We're hoping Clarel and young Lydiel here could shed some light on the matter. I'd like to ask you about your conversation with Fordola, if we may. Yes, of course. I know she's the butcher, or was at least, but it didn't seem right to go without thanking her. That's why I requested the meeting, to express my gratitude and my apologies. She was quiet at first, just stood there as we spoke, as if she weren't even listening. And then I mentioned the blasphemy, and she looked at Liel, and all of a sudden clutched her own head and cried out in agony. The echo. Can you remember what you were thinking about at the time? A man. The one I saw in the city. What? Who? Did he have something to do with all those people panicking? I think he did. When I was waiting for you, I saw him. He was by himself. I think that's the same man we saw in, the main scenario. Right before the final days happened. He looked poorly, so I asked if he was all right, and he said yes. He had a nice smile. He got up and started walking, but then... He was shouting and screaming. I was so frightened. I didn't want to talk about it, not even to Mum. I wish you'd said something sooner. I'm sorry, Papa. This is my fault for leaving you on your own. The man who turned into a blasphemy, I'd wager. The girl saw him, which means Fordola now has seen him too. There was one other thing. When Fordola was having her, funny turn, she said something. Charlie? No. Charlotte, I think. Yes, that was it. Oh, no. Ring any bells? Can't say it does, but if he has anything to do with the skulls, the Silver Griffin should have some information on him. You best have a word with Ragnafield, then. You've both been very helpful. I also like to thank you for being so kind to Fordola. She may not have said it, but I'm sure it meant a lot to her. I have a couple more things I'd like to ask, so I'll catch up with you later. Whatever she's dealing with, she needn't face it alone. I wish I could have told her that, even though I know she probably wouldn't have listened. Where did the brave lady go? Fordola may be everything people say she is, or worse. She did us a good turn that day. I'll never forget it. Okay, remember when Fordola mentioned the two brothers? One of them joined the skulls with her, the other was too nice to be able to do any fighting? I think we know what happened to the second brother. I have a feeling this Charlotte and Fordola are connected in some way. You think? Charlotte, you say? Yes, that name came up during our recent investigations. As I recall, he served under the Viceroy during the occupation, and his whereabouts is currently unknown. He had an older brother named Ansfred, one of the Crania Lupi, which would give him a connection to Fordola. Is there anyone who can tell us more about him? Yes, an uncle who we recently helped find employment here in Alagana. He's actually the one who asked us to look for Charlotte. You'll most likely find him working at the Sleeping Stones. As it happens, I was planning to bring him something to eat. I'll join you there shortly. You might think a quarry is no place for a man of advanced years, and perhaps you'd be right, but hard times are the only times we've known, even before the occupation, and I doubt they'll change much within my lifetime. Speaking from experience as someone who has a job that's really physically demanding, I understand. It is not a fun thing to do. Oh boy, but what are the odds? Like, the brother of, like, one of her closest friends. Like, I'm sure that they were also considered close friends, too. But of all the people who could have been the blasphemy. Perhaps we should have asked what he looks like. Well, there's no one else here, so I'm guessing it's the one person who's actually working. Still looking, eh? That's him over there. I hope we're not interrupting. No, of course not. It's good to see you, Ragnafred. My word, the Bull of Alamigo and the Champion of the Alliance are bringing such esteemed guests to our humble, quarry. At ease, my good fellow. We merely wish to ask you about your nephew. Charlotte? You found him? No luck yet, then. Is there anything else you can tell us? Please, more about his childhood, perhaps. Wasn't much of one, I'm afraid. Poor boy's life was ruined long before he had any say in the matter. His parents and I swore our allegiance to Golemalt to secure ourselves and our kin's citizenship, for all the good it did us here, living amongst our countrymen who treated us as pariahs. Took its toll on him and his brother, to be spat on as traitors by association. One thing led to another, and Hansfred, together with most of his friends, joined the Imperial Army. That's how it started, you know. Crania lupi. Gaius's loyal little pups. Do you remember the names of these friends? Yes, they had quite the reputation growing up. There was Emelin, Hodroff, and the angry little girl who would grow up to become the butcher herself, Fordola. Charlotte was part of their group too, yes, but from what we've heard, he chose not to become a soldier. Wouldn't have lasted a day in training. He knew that better than anyone, of course. Not that it helped him to feel any less guilty for turning his back on the others. He blamed himself for their deaths, for not stopping them when he had the chance, for not being strong enough to fight by their side. Maybe save them, maybe not, but he wasn't there, and he wished he had been. Then one day he was gone. Wherever he is, I hope he's safe and well. Oh boy, that's not the case at all. So do we. Thank you. The information you shared should prove useful. And for you, I brought some food. Why don't you call it a day and go and enjoy it with your family? Let him have the peace for now. Back to Alagana. I don't know, I mean, it's only gonna hurt worse when he does find out, but then again, I mean, if we destroy him now, then at least he'll know that he's at peace. Or whatever it is that happens to you after you die, after becoming a blasphemy. I honestly don't know. They seem to be kind of contradicting things here, like, Fordola said so herself that when you die, like, as a blasphemy, you're kind of gone. Your soul is gone, so there's no chance of being reborn. But so far, like, from what I've seen, like, it's like, if you kill the blasphemy, then there is still a chance to be saved. Maybe that's because, I don't even know anymore. Maybe that's because we've already defeated Medion and everything, so that might be part of it? I don't know. Little girl's worried about Fordola. As for the mother, well, it's complicated. Understandable, really. So not only was his brother a member of the Skulls, but Charlotte himself was a childhood friend of Fordola's. I'm told he refused the support of the Silver Griffins as well. He's been trying to make his own way for some time now. His brother and his friends died at Specula Imperatoris, save for Fordola, and the gods only know how he felt about her after that. Or how Fordola felt about Charlotte after seeing Leel's memory of him transforming into a blasphemy. Brother of a man she killed and a childhood friend besides. She thinks she's responsible for this. That's why she ran, to kill the beast. Never thought I'd say this, but I'm worried about her. Fordola is a survivor and an outcast herself, exactly the sort of person the Silver Griffins are trying to support. You see for yourself the sacrifices she's willing to make, and if you can learn to feel sympathy for her, maybe others can too. I think we have enough information for the time being. Let's return to the city and plan our next move. Oh, Fordola. You're one of a kind, I'll say that. I know a lot of people have actually been talking about maybe Fordola will go ahead and join the Scions. Well, I mean, she could, but I really don't think so. She is still a bit kind of unpredictable, to be honest, yes. And I think she really wants to stay in Alamigo, you know, to make things right. I mean, I'm not against the idea. I think it would be awesome if she joined the Scions. It would be a very interesting dynamic to have someone like her kind of mixed in, like, with all these scholars and everything. And really, I think, like, we're her... I mean, I think between us and Arnvald, we're kind of her only friends right now, so... It would be nice if she starts to move on with her life, like tries to make amends, like by joining the Scions and everything. I think that would be good. Now that I think about it, I really hope it happens. I mean, I know the Scions are kind of disbanded right now, but that's only for the public, of course. So yeah, if the Scions get back together, like in future like in like the next couple patches or in the next expansion, I think that having Fordola join them would be a really nice addition. At least that's how I think it. Well, I could completely see it being hilarious about like the other Scions trying to kind of keep a handle on her, because I can see her running off and doing something crazy. I've assigned a few of my soldiers to assist the Silver Griffins in investigating Charlotte's background. With luck, we'll find him quickly, and then we can prepare for what must come after. We're all but certain Charlotte's the one who transformed into a blasphemy, and so there's naught to be done but put him out of his misery. As for Fordola, I put Minago and her troops in charge of tracking her. Once they found her, they have my permission to lead whatever support they deem necessary. If it comes to it, I may ask you to join into the search. Until such time, I ask that you take this opportunity to rest. I don't want to rest, though. Alright, so the final quest, the Gift of Mercy, but we'll save that for next time. That was a nice little addition here. I hope you all enjoyed it, and you're looking forward to what comes next. So, see ya!